Hi everybody, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Amy from Neurotic Mom Bakes. I have something new that I'm going to bring to you that I'm really excited about. We are going to start doing a cake flavor of the month. And it's going to be in 3 video segments, and we'll release it towards the beginning of each month. And for this month, it's going to be banana cake with banana cream cheese frosting, and then I'm going to show you my chocolate candy melt flour tutorial. So we're going to get started with the cake layers first, and the first thing you're going to do is we're going to put 2 cups of sugar, granulated sugar, in the bowl, and then you're going to add 1 cup of unsalted butter. And it's best to have this at room temperature or just barely cold. I'm also going to add 1/2 cup of brown sugar. There we go. And we're going to just cream this together. And while that's working, I'm going to crack 4 eggs. Now, something that I've learned about cakes just through trial and error is if your eggs and buttermilk are room temperature, your cake will rise better. So if you can remember, which I don't always do, to pull your eggs and buttermilk out an hour or 2 before doing the cake layers, it will give it a better rise. However, I forget all the time, and it still works. Okay, that's starting to come together, so I'm going to add 4 eggs, 1 at a time. There we go. And 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Okay, that is nice and creamy. Now in here I have 4 medium-sized bananas that I've mashed up. If you have really large bananas, 3 would be enough. And I'm just going to add that in. Get my spatula, because I want all of that banana flavor in there. And I'm also going to add 1/2 cup of sour cream. In here I have my dry ingredients. I have, 4.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of salt, all in here. And then I'm going to measure out 1.5 cups of buttermilk. If you don't have buttermilk, milk will work. Regular milk. And I'm going to alternate the dry ingredients with the buttermilk, starting and ending with the dry ingredients on low speed. Okay, I'm going to stop while it's slightly undermixed still, and I'm going to do the rest by hand. Number 1, to make sure I get everything off the bottom of the bowl, but number 2, over mixing your cake batter will also prevent it from getting a really good rise. So you just want to barely get the ingredients combined. Okay, now this is quite a bit of cake batter, so it's going to easily fill 4 6-inch round cake pans plus 1/2 cupcakes. Or this will do, I think, 4 8-inch rounds without the cupcakes, but I want 6-inch for the cake I'm doing today. It would probably do 5 without the cupcakes. Now I'm gonna do some cupcakes and some cake layers. To prep my pans, I'll spray some cooking spray, then I will place a parchment round in, and then I will spray again. I'm going to fill these about halfway full. You're also welcome to use a scale if you want them exactly identical, which I do use a lot, but for time's sake today, I'm just going to eyeball it. Okay, let's fill these cupcake liners. Fill them about 2/3 of the way full. These will go in the oven at 350 degrees. The cupcakes will only take about 16 to 18 minutes, and the cake layers are going to take about 33 to 38 minutes, just depending on your oven and depending on how full you filled your cake pans. So let's put these in. All right, I've got my beautiful banana cake layers out of the oven, and I'm going to show you how I store them. I never bake cake layers and decorate in the same day. It's too time consuming, so I always bake my cake layers ahead of time and put them in my freezer. Oh, see how nicely those came out? Save these. You'll want them. I'll show you why. Those are beautiful. So pretty. And they smell divine. Okay. Once they are 100% cool, I'm going to use a knife to level them off. Ooh, and get a plate because these cake tops are good. I'm just going to level that off. There are really fancy special tools, cake levelers. I really just need to get one, but if you don't have one, you can just use a serrated bread knife and it works just great. They might not be just perfectly even, but I've never had a problem. I always just have used a knife and it's just fine. To store my cake layers, I'm going to get some plastic wrap. And I'm going to put a layer there, and then remember those parchment sheets, put one on top and put the next layer on top of that, and then when you pull it out of the freezer, they don't stick together. You can do up to 3 high. I don't do more than that, otherwise the bottom layer will get smashed down. I'll do 2 and 2 today. And then these go right in the freezer. Okay, so there you have it. There's my banana cake layers. Make sure you check out part 2, which is my banana cream cheese frosting, and part 3, where I put it all together. If you want to see more recipes and tutorials like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel.